Okay, so let's see if it's working. Is there a network issue? Hello! Hey guys, welcome to the high entropy. Hello?
Is there a
Hey,
network issue?
can you hear me?
Hello.
Okay,
Hey
sorry.
guys, welcome to
I'm starting with a jolly mode. Thank you so much. Thanks for clicking. If you are gonna watch this video, actually I'll learn it. After some time, I'll say every time like thanks for clicking, thanks for clicking. If you like the video, if you like the content, you can like the video, and if you wanted to stay tuned and get more information, then you can subscribe. Sorry, I'm just joking apart. Like, what are the different words that you can say or different phrases that you can say? Sorry. So okay, let's jump to the topic without wasting time. Actually, it's 10:50 and I ordered dinner from Zomato. I mean, I ordered food from Zomato, not dinner. uh, and I received it maybe 10 15 or 20 minutes back. And I went after receiving it, or after taking a yeah, after receiving it, I took shower, because today I'm little late because I was talking to my colleague. And the conversation started, and it lasted for more than 2 hours. So yeah, that's why, like, I'm little late, not became late. Actually, you know what, I am observing so many things when I'm talking to colleagues or to different topics. I always start stammering and so many things. So still I'm not in this right track. I feel like, okay, right track in the sense I need to push my limits. It could be in any form. Maybe I still am in bubble and I'm feeling like I'm doing great. For example, it could be dynamic programming or anything like it. Still, I'm not pushing myself a little harder to press, put little extra effort. So you are also, if in the same kind of bubble, then just try to bust your bubble. Try to bust bubble and just see around you whether you are in the right direction, or you are just assuming like you are. If you are daily, yeah, it's not about the if you are doing something daily, that means it will become habit. Definitely it will become habit, but you have to also think about the other things, like whether it's working or you are just making a habit, but that's not going to lead to any result. For example, if I'll solve one problem each day, and suppose I'm assuming like what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'm targeting product-based company. They would what will be like, are you doing any other efforts and learning AI, maybe learning system design and all, or just going with flow, like okay, I'll solve one problem and one day company will hire me? No, it's not going to happen. So if you are in kind of bubble, then just try to burst the bubble and think more from different angles, like whether you are in the right direction. For example, like, it's been 46 days and I'm learning. I'm saying like I'm trying to speak English better, but still I feel like I'm in the same. Maybe like I'm little boosting my confidence, and the words that I'm using right now are better, or I can pronounce it. I just spread on the screen. It's my regular habit, like. And so I just wanted to suggest. That's why I started, and I started different topic, because whatever I feel, and I'm nowadays, if you know, like, I'm reading books, and also thinking more, like, because of the books and so many things, like I'm deeply thinking about the different things, whether I'm doing the right thing at the right time or not, whether it will give me fruitful result or not. So it's very important to evaluate yourself. Don't just go, and people say like, okay, don't be like a sheep. Okay. uh, sh- uh, like, wherever shepherd is going, they are going to follow the same. So no, you are not a sheep. You have your own identity. You have to think. You have thinking capability. You are the super intelligent species in the universe. So that's why you need to think more. Don't be like a just robot. Even I'm kind of working like a robot, but I'm realizing now, like, okay, there are so many things that I'm not doing it in the right way. I'm just feeling like, okay, now I'm just counting the days. Okay, it's 40 days, it's 50 days. It will continue. Like, even after 300 days to 500 days, you won't be able to speak English fluently. So what's the solution for it? Definitely solution is like try out different things. Like, it's not like there is a perfect path for it. For example, if you are solving DSA, you will watch so many videos where people will say like, okay, solve 100,000 problem. Might be for you, 100 problems are enough and you are able to interpret the pattern, and for a person who is not getting really, maybe 1,000 is not enough. So it depends on person to person. Everyone has different uh, has everyone has different capabilities. Some are learning faster, some are learning slower, but once they are learning, they are able to retain it for longer duration. So that's why every human is different. And here we can see millions of humans, billion, I mean billion will be correct or not? Million, billion, I think, yeah, population is more than 1 million, right? 1 minute, man. I think our countries will, yeah, million means 10 lakh and billion means what is 100 lakh, right? No, no, no. I mean, yeah, million, billion, billion will be 10, 100. So 10 crore, I mean, yeah, 10 crore. So 121. So yeah, 1 point Indian population. I mean, yeah, that's where it will be like 10 billion something. Oh, fuck. Billion in billion to crores. In crores. I mean, my math is very weak. How 1 billion 100 crores, 5 billion 500 crores. 1 minute. Million to billion. Billion to 1 minute. I mean 1 million, 1m equals to 10 lakh. And so I'm just assuming like 100m will be like a what I'm thinking, 100 million will be 1 billion, 1 billion. So 100 into 10,000, 1,000 lakh, and 1,000 lakh is nothing but 10 crore. What's wrong with it? I mean, my math is weak or what? Okay. 1 billion in million. Man, if I don't know, how can I become billionaire? Thousand million. Okay. How it's is it working in 1,000 million? I mean, my math is very weak or what? Okay, let's jump to the topic. But I got to know one more thing. So what I was saying, I forgot it, man. So sorry. I need to learn so many things. I feel I can. You cannot be master of all things, but still, I want my norm. I mean, general knowledge. I want to improve because it's very important, man. I feel I'm very bad at geography, or you will say I'm noob at geography. And nowadays I'm planning to learn geography at least little bit about India. Where is the Andhra Pradesh? Where is Jammu Kashmir? I know Jammu Kashmir in the map, but in the location wise where I'm right now, if I have to tell, pretty difficult for me, and I always forget. So sad. I'm not doing good at any place. So sometimes I feel, but still, we are human. We are super intelligent, and we have capability to do. So it's all about how much effort you are making, right? And I just tried to reserve my streak. So that's why forget about this submission. Let me delete it. Okay, given an m cross n matrix 2D array. Okay, given an m cross n 2D array named matrix where each cell is either 0 or 1. Okay, return the number of unique ways to go from top cell matrix 0 0 to the bottom cell matrix m minus 1 n minus 1. A cell is blocked if the value is 1 and no path is possible through that cell. Okay, movement is allowed only in two directions, from cell right and bottom. Okay, got it. It's a kind of similar problem but little tweak. So I don't think it's a big problem. I think I solved it in the past, or I know I saw it somewhere. So if you know, simply if you we solved yesterday one problem and there was like simply we, okay, I'll show it to you. Yeah, so this is example. And let's assume about it. What is the scenario? Suppose you are at a location. So always, what, alarm is ringing. So always you have two options. Either you can go this direction or you can go this direction, right? And what are the like if you are moving towards this direction. So if it is one, then you will say okay, from here we the path is blocked. Simply you can return like okay, from here we cannot go to any direction, and you will return okay, it will be 0, right? 0, simply you will say, because you cannot go from like if you are using this direction, so simply you cannot move to any other step. This is blocked, so you cannot move via this cell. So you will say 0 for this one. Correct, perfect. And there are two ways. First thing is you can just fill memory, just go through it and you can fill. Other one is explore and memorize this. So I think memorization will be better. Every step you have to check. If the cell is blocked, then you cannot go. So from there, like you can return directly. You don't need to calculate something. Right? This is one option. And if you have something 0, then you can move, you can explore all the options. From this you can move to that direction. So it's only this thing. So what we'll do, simply we will be having function I, and let's say we are at the location I, and we want to you will be having memorization memory, and we want to go to matrix, you can say, and let's take m rows, m and n also, let's take it. So if you can say I greater than number of m rows, so greater than equals to m, or j greater than equals to n, simply return 0. That means you hit the boundary condition and there is any option like you can't move further. Another one, if matrix, if this is not the case, I and j equals to 1, then also you cannot go from this direction, so you can return 0. If you are moving to, if you are at any other location, then you have two options. Top, I mean, one is the right. So right will be like a function. I will be same. Oh, sorry. I mean, I need to take j also, right? I and j plus 1 you are taking, and keep other things same. Bottom, bro, it's very same, simple. But I'll see how it is simple. You are just telling it, right? The problem will arrive once I have to convert it to tabularization method, tabular format. Then I have to think little more. Still, it's a simple problem, but I told you like I'm going through Aditya Verma video, so maybe tomorrow and day after tomorrow, actually I have to work a little more about something, and I'm planning like this weekend I'm gonna utilize fully. Actually, I'm planning every day like to utilize fully, but something is not in my hand, or what we say, I plus 1 here you will say, and j, and okay, and then you will say okay, matrix. I mean, just forget about it. I'm just saying you what needs to, and okay, what it is asking, so the different option. So return result will be right plus bottom. I mean, first memorize it. Well, let me think about the other approach. It's tabular method, right? We have given a table where we have m rows, n columns. Okay. So if you remember, like, what was the case? First row and first element, it is 0, 1, 2, dot 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 m minus 1, 0, 1, dot 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 n minus 1. So first thing is, if you are at 0 and 0, that means always possible, like you can get it. I mean, you are at the first location and you want to reach that location, obviously you can get it. And now suppose you want to go to this direction. If you know first row, here you wanted to go, there is only one way. From you can move towards right, you cannot go you cannot come from top something. So okay, so whatever the value we have right now here, you will say okay, this is boundary condition, so 0, and this one, so you can say 1 1 1 1 1. And same is happening here. You do not have to go to you cannot get you basically here isn't anything, so only top option is like everyone has two options, like you can get from bottom, I mean from top, or from left. If person will travel, then all the options that are here will be the options, right? So 1 1 1 1. And let's think about other options. So wherever you were getting a memory as 0 0, you will say simply okay, 0 0 will remain 0, and 0. Yeah, let's say these are 0. So other than that, like you are going to calculate all fields, and that will be like nothing but top and bottom, so everything will be same. So it's a very kind of same kind of problem, and that's why. So we'll say okay, we have what, I equals to 0, j equals to 0, and m equals to len of matrix, and n equals to len of matrix of 0. Wow, super. And for what needs to be done other than that? Oh god. So return solve self dot solve. If you can't remember the things, there are high chances, like that's why it's very important to learn from history, otherwise you will repeat the same mistake, and I'm doing the same. I and j, and we have to give memory, and we have to give matrix. We haven't defined the memory, so let's say we have for -1 for I, no, hyphen in underscore in range m number of columns, right? I mean, yeah, so bad, n number of columns for underscore in range m, okay, n number of rows. You know what I'm thinking? I never took the big steps, and this is one of the steps that here I'm not trying to teach you, but I'm trying to teach you. You know what I know. Okay, so I don't know if anyone is gonna watch, but still I feel I'm taking little steps towards. something that I want never thought about. Maybe I'll stream, maybe I'll speak in front of camera, but I'm doing nowadays. So I hope soon, not a hope, but I don't know where the destiny will go, where the life will go, but at least uh, I'm making little history, digital history, and I'm happy for it. We are going to do something. I will definitely do something better compared to if I'll be. I do not want to do something. I don't know what. I mean, yeah, let's do to solve the problem. Matrix. Your actions should be louder than your words. So that's what. If you are also thinking like the same. If I greater than equals to m number of rows, that means it's or j greater than equals to n, then return 0. Let's take, why don't we take r? Okay, no, it won't be good. If I you can say matrix of I and j equals to 0 1 1 1 1, my bad, return 0. If it's not 1, then simply you will say okay, bottom will be nothing but self dot solve, and what here you will give I will be I plus 1, j, and what is mem matrix, come on bro, matrix m and n, and right will be self dot solve I and j plus 1, I and j plus 1 mem and matrix m and n. So these are the two things. Return, no, result will be bottom plus right. Okay, I'm shouting. Return. Okay, first we need to store mem of I and j will be result, return result. I hope everything is good. I haven't missed anything. Where I did this? Come on, man. What I did? I added. Oh wow. I mean, I added one more mistake. If mem of I and j greater than equals to 0, but still it should be get return mem of I j. But what else? We are going towards bottom direction and we are going towards right direction. I plus m 1, I plus 1. Okay, I forgot one more case. If I equals to m minus 1 and j equals to, how it's going to n minus 1, that means you reached the location, so that is one option. Return 1. What the heck you are doing, bro? Okay, Before this, I feel like okay, we need to do one more thing. I think it should be at last. What if the last element is blocked? You are blindly thinking, right? So this is the right approach. What went wrong? Oh, oh God. So many mistakes I'm making. Come on, man. Solve it. And let's jump to another solution. That is second part using tabularization method. So we'll be having a table. Let's say table, and we are going to call it like what? What we are going to call it? So great. Let's call it. First we are going to say everything as 0 for let's call first m will be len of matrix, n will be len of matrix 0, m n rows we are creating, columns we are creating, and for I underscore in. I don't need variable, that's why I'm keeping it. It's not up to you. If you wanted, you can. We are not using variable, so m number of rows we are going to create, so everything will be 0. And let's say for first we'll do one thing. We are going to fill the top and bottom row. Okay. Ri in range m for j in range n if I equals to 1 or j equals to n. One thing I'm just thinking more about, is it right approach to say like that? I think there will be blunder, big blunder. And yeah, just thinking more closely about it, I think maybe it could be blender. So what exactly it's represent? So let's take example of this. It's like basically result of you can say this is nothing but, suppose we are talking about this location, so it's like maybe you can say it's 1 of 1 comma 2, right? So what are the different possible ways to reach 1 comma 2 from this location? Okay, so what I'm thinking, simply do one thing. We don't need to do any other stuff. Let's forget about it. I don't think we need to do. What we are going to do, just we are going to assign the first value, and reason for I'll tell you reason behind it. Okay, so imagine we are at 0 0 and we wanted to reach 0 0. So what are the possible options? 1. But when if you do not have, okay, let's see if there is a condition like that. Maybe if they kept any, because I haven't read the complete. Okay, they are not claiming that. So it could be like first cell is 0, then you will say it's 0. Otherwise, okay, so far it is applicable to each cell. Whenever you will say matrix of 0 0, what is the value? If it is 0, if it is 1, then you will keep 0 value at that point, right? And if not, then you will say 1. Okay, one thing. So first thing, so for first one, you will say okay, what will do 0 comma 0, you will say decide, you will decide it, you will fill it first. If it is 0, then you will say 0, and if it's 1, you will say 1. If it's 1 then you will say 0. I mean, if matrix has value 1, that means it's blocked, then you will say 0, else you will say 1. If it's 0, that means 1, you will say 1. Okay, so that one you will fill, and after that you will start I not equals to I equals to not equals to 0. So you will start I not equals to 0 and j not equals to 0, and you will start compare from each for each element. And suppose you are at this location, what you will do, you will say what are the number of possible options from this direction and from this direction. So whatever the values are, you will say okay, let me check this value and let me check this value. Same for this one, you will say okay, let me check this value, let me check top value, and let me check left value. So left, when it is less than 0, then you will say left will be 0. Okay, I mean if it's if left will, you will say if left less than 0, then what you will do, return 0. I mean it will consider 0. And for top, if top is greater less than 0, okay, then for also that one also you will consider 0. Yeah, so we can cover it into single matrix and we don't need to. So let's do one thing. We'll say if I equals to 0, I mean if matrix of 0 and 0 equals to 1, so then you will say, I think then we don't need to say anything, just simply return 0. Else, because then you don't have any path, right? Why do we need to, even let's optimize it little bit more, and what we'll do, even we don't need to do anything. Yeah, we don't need to create table. Else, let's say one thing, let's say initial point cost, I mean what I'm doing, no, let's leave it. I think that optimization won't help us here, so let's keep it below. Sometimes that's where why return 0, you will say like okay, table of 0 comma 0 equals to 0, table of 0 and 0 will be 1. I hope you get it, if not let me know. And range, j in range, so if I equals to 0 and j equals to 0, just continue because we already covered it, right? Okay, now we have left will be I minus 1 and right will be, I mean top will be, oh, j minus 1, I'm so sorry, else top will be j plus 1. What are you doing? I minus 1. Okay, so these are the things. If so, okay, Okay, let's do one thing. I don't think we need to do this. So left, we want to calculate left, right? If j minus 1, right, less than 0, 0, if j minus 1 less than, else simply you can say matrix of I and j minus 1, because you want previous one. Same for here, top will be 0 if I minus 1 less than 0, else matrix of I and j. So I will be I minus 1 differently, and I minus 1 is not greater less than 0. So you will say z. Okay, this we value got. I hope I kept everything correctly. And now the result will be, so you can say table of I and j is nothing but left plus top, and finally we'll get return table of I, m minus 1 and n minus 1. I think I haven't made mistake because I'm very good at making silly mistakes. And one more thing, I forgot it. If matrix, okay, I'm so sorry, not matrix, table, and here also table. And but one more thing you can consider, if matrix of I and j equals to 0, then table of I and j equals to 0, it will be 0, right? We don't have any option, else now you will be thinking why this stupid thing he is doing here. Why don't we, let's do it here. That's a good approach. If matrix of 0, 0 equals to 1, table of 0, 0, 0, else 1. What the heck? Let me do one thing. Before that, I'll print table. Is there anything where I'm making mistake? I do not want to debug complete print table. I think it will print right complete table. Why it's 0? So I will start from I in range m to n, range m, j in range n. Okay, if I equals to 0 and j equals to 0, continue. We don't need to take any change. We don't need to make any change. If I, else, that means this is not the case. If matrix of ij equals to 0, one man, I'm so sorry. I did biggest blunder. I'm doing. See, beauty is in the eye of beholder. I did it. Thank you so much, and it's done. And yeah, oh man, it's 11:28. I took almost, how much time I streamed today? 39 minutes. Okay, great. So now I have to go and have dinner. I mean, I'm gonna do it in Chrome. I don't know if I'll go out now because it's 11:28, and I think if I'll have dinner, then it will be 12. That's not good to go out. Though it's very safe here. Think still safety is the biggest concern in our country. And if I'm a boy, I'm thinking like, what if some pickpocketer will uh, uh, pocket my pocket, or what will say, snatch my phone? Then everything is in my phone. Like they will. I don't even think what would I do. Pass key and all other things. A lot of things are in the phone. I don't know what is there, but so many credentials, UPI and all. So that's why. But here, if you know, but still, I feel like okay, India is not safe in terms of security. And if we talk about women's security, then it's big concern. It's pretty difficult. I don't know how they are going. Really, I feel like still government should focus. It's not about government's human mentality also. Uh, for example, when I'm going out at 11:28, I just have one problem. Like, what if someone will, some kind of thief will try to snatch my phone? That is only the problem. But for women's, it's a big issue. They have to go through a lot of things. What if harassment and also so many things? Yeah, definitely. I can feel it. Like they are going through a lot of things, and if we are denying it, that means you are in denial mode, but you are not realizing the problems. But these are concerning conditions in our country. I don't say like other countries are doing great. I don't uh, talk about theirs. It's we are here to make our country best, right? Not to talk about like what USA is doing. If you both, there are so many people who used to compare with other countries. If you wanted, you can go through the fuck off, just go. You go. Why would I go to different country? It's like if you are saying something wrong, that it is wrong, then you should go. Fuck yourself and go to country and say like okay, because it's still like if you are in denial mode, it's your problem, bro. You just go outside, go and go to Pakistan or wherever you wanted to go. Why would I go? If I'm telling something is wrong, then that is my right, or maybe your right, everyone's right. Like yeah, you can say someone as accountable. Like why is there police is for protection, right? Why is the why we give votes to government? uh, why we form government? If we have to do take care of everything by ourselves, then what is the purpose of government? So that's why some stupid peoples are there, and it's good way. Yeah, like if you are saying like okay, we need this kind of things, we need to talk about health, education, everything is important, man. Why don't we talk about it? It's our country and we want to make it better, right? It's not about the things that you can say. If you are patriotism is good, but you should also see what will be happen after this. Maybe if you are throwing or littering garbage everywhere, then that is also like a problem, right? You can't say like it's my country and it's my land, I will do whatever I wanted to. It's your issue. It's maybe a psychological issue. Nothing is yours or mine. It's all about once you will die, what it will be someone. It would be someone else, right? Property, and you don't know what law will be after some time. Maybe land will be, maybe you have thousands acres of land, but what if government formed a rule like you can't have more than 10 acres of land? Then what about other 993,000 acre land, right? So nothing is your or mine. It's all about it's just myth. Thank you so much. I don't think I never wanted to talk about this. Sometimes I was just talking anything. Okay, that's all for the day, and I'm pretty happy. Like so I'm making little progress, but sometimes slow progress is better than no progress. Yeah, I recently only learned the word littering. I just like in this round circle there was stop littering and use dustbin. So I word okay, when you are throwing garbage anywhere and you are not following proper sanitization process and all, then that's called littering. So happy learning, and it's weekend ban. For me, weekends and days are same, but I'm focusing like once I'll do something, then only I can enjoy my weekends and all. And that's also kind of myth. Like we always used to do like well, once I'll do this, then I'll do this. It's not going to happen. where you wanted to the graph should go, it's not going to follow the same path. That's ideal condition, and nothing is ideal. And here if you see, it is written simply. I'll show you. Wabi Shabi. I don't think you will be able to see it. Wabi Shabi, and that simply it means Japanese wisdom to live imperfect life perfectly. It's a slogan, or maybe you can say quote that is being used, that is being uh, info. I mean, they have discussed about it in Ikigai book, so you can read it.